Hey, I'm Pastor Fred. Welcome to the Follow Through. We are doing the Serving Challenge. I got my red letter challenge t-shirt from many years ago, and if you look, giving is on here as one of the, or serving rather. We're going to do giving later in the month, but serving is what it's all about. And we're in day 2. Availability is going to be our focus. Yesterday we talked about our attitude, and Jesus, his attitude was that he was not going to play the God card in a sense. He was going to humble himself. And today we go to Philippians chapter 2, and we're going to move a little further to the next verse, which says that him, being Jesus, being in very nature God, he did not consider equality with God as something to be used to his advantage. Rather, he made himself nothing. I believe it says he took the form of a servant or a slave. And so that's availability, isn't it? He could have just, said, have the attitude. But what happens if you're not sort of open to serving others? See, it starts with your mindset. It starts with your attitude. It starts with, okay, I'm going to see life this way. But what did Jesus do? He emptied himself, made himself nothing. He said, I'm going to be a servant. And that's the beginning of being available and saying, you know what, I can do this. And I got to tell you, as Zach points out in the book, this is very, very difficult because we got stuff to do. And I'm busy, man. I got my schedule. And don't you mess with my schedule. And right there, that's the gotcha right there. Whose schedule is it? Like, whose life is it? Whose time is it? Right? We often hear that phrase that, it's a gift. Every day is a gift. That's why they call it, right? Today's the gift. That's why we call it the present, right? It's kind of hokey. I think I have something in my house that says that on it. But it's actually really good because each day is a gift from God to us. The breath that I breathe right now, I can't say that I am worth that, and I can't say that I make that happen. It's a gift from him. How my body works and your mind and your body work, gift from him. Made all of it, continues to take care of us and is with us every day. How awesome is that? And so when we look at that we're following Jesus, he not only had the right attitude and display that for us, but also that availability. He said, this is what I'm going to do. And he actually, kind of cleared his calendar, if you will, for the task of coming and dying for us and rising for us to defeat death, to give us a new life and hope that we need. And as I said, and I will say this over and over again, we're free now. Free to serve. Free to serve. But it's going to take us, again, realizing my life is not my own. I was bought with a price, the price of Jesus' blood. And that he's calling me to make myself available. Right? Tomorrow we're going to talk about action, where we actually go and serve, right? Which we do, and Jesus did. But again, it starts with that attitude and then being available. Saying, Lord, take me and use me, like Isaiah, right? Let me go. Where do you want me to go? What do you need me to do? Because if we're not available, and if that availability isn't part of who we are, we're going to make all kinds of excuses, and our calendars and our days and our moments will be filled with what we want to do. And that goes back to the attitude. See how they all work together? And so I just want you to pray about that today. And when you're doing your reading, I want you to look at what God's doing inside your heart, but also that challenge that is given in every one of these days' readings. I want you to take that seriously and do that maybe with somebody else and your family. Challenge yourself, with these things. And that's the whole point, moving outside my comfort zone. Not always easy, but God goes with us and gives us what we need. So get to reading. Day number 2. Tomorrow we'll be back for day 3, and we're going to talk about action. as one of these aspects. All right, you have a great rest of your day. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you tomorrow.